Shalom from Jerusalem. My name is Shani Ferguson, and today is an exciting day because early, while it was still dark outside, Israelis got the news that Hamas has agreed to return our hostages. The streets were full at 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning of Israelis celebrating the return of family members, both alive and murdered, in Gaza. During this past 2-year period, it has been one of the most difficult experiences in my lifetime. It's not even just the attacks of October 7th. It's been drawn out this entire 2-year period. And so Israelis are just beside themselves that this phase of our history is finally coming to an end. This Saturday, we are expecting all the remaining living hostages to be returned, and over the course of the next few days and weeks, to get the rest of them, because apparently they're buried all over Gaza. Of course, one of the conditions of returning our hostages is the release of several hundred terrorists from Israeli prisons. Nobody's excited about that, but honestly, nobody really cares at this point because the longing of our people to have our hostages returned is so intense. Is one of the commandments. The redemption of hostages is an important commandment and a very important part of Israeli culture. And so we are all celebrating. In fact, tonight we're going to a wedding that had been scheduled for tonight for ages, and it is the first wedding that we will be going to in this 2-year period where we haven't had to stop and remember the hostages and take a minute, because it almost felt wrong to celebrate in such a difficult time. So tonight is the first wedding we're going to go to and really just all out celebrate the continuation of marriage and family in Jewish culture and Jewish tradition. This is a complete full circle because the original attacks of October 7th took place at the end of Sukkot, and the release of the hostages and the end of this terrible, terrible war is also happening on Sukkot exactly 2 years later. It is an incredible victory, albeit with much pain and sorrow and difficulty. The world looks different. The international cooperation that has taken place to put pressure on Hamas to finally release these hostages who were just civilians in Israel, kidnapped from their homes, kidnapped from the Nova Party, and are now being released back to their families, is just incredible. The world looks different. The region looks different. The Middle East will never be the same. And in fact, it seems like the entire planet understands this, because last night, as we were getting news of this confirmation of the release, and people finally wept tears of joy for the first time since the beginning of this war, the rains begin to fall. And if you know anything about Israel, we are a desert. The rainy season has just begun, and it's begun beautifully. And we are looking forward to a beautiful future. Until next time, I'm Shani Ferguson. Celebrate with us from Jerusalem.